Hello class, happy Monday morning. This is Sister Higgins. Welcome to week 5, Identity and Conflict. So as we are really getting into the semester, I hope that these first 4 weeks have really helped you to see conflict in an entirely different way. Conflict itself is not necessarily negative. It's how we handle that conflict that can be negative or positive. And this week you're going to learn more about that. So as we're jumping in, here are your weekly objectives for this week. So you're going to be learning about trip goals in conflict, and we're going to be talking about that in a minute, and how you can identify and create trip bubbles as you're analyzing different situations. And Brother Bean has a farmer case, and I really like the little cartoons that they have in here, but I think it's a great example on how you're able to identify the different goals, the trip goals that you'll see in conflict. So, and then you're going to be learning about image restoration. And as Brother Bean is helping to break down the different strategies of image restoration, then you're going to be able to identify different organizations or companies in corporate America that are using these image restoration strategies and how we also use them as well. So, and there are some interesting videos about Domino's Pizza this week that you'll be learning about. So here's your weekly to-do list. Just remember to keep tracking the different assignments that you've gotten done. And this is a great way for you to make sure that you have each of the assignments done that need to be. And again, please feel free to call me, email me, or text me if you have questions. And I just want to give you this suggestion. So you are going to need to record the excuses that you make for 4 days, 4 days of this week. So it's really important that you get started on this as soon as possible, no later than Tuesday, so that you're able to complete your assignment by the end of the week. So I'm just encouraging you to get started early, and I am going to be doing this too. So I think it's important in situations like this that your instructor is doing it right along with you, and then I'll be sharing with you what I have learned as well this week. So this week you're going to be learning about the TRIP goals, like I mentioned earlier, which stands for Topic, Relational, Identity, and Process Goals. And the relational and the identity are the two drivers of dispute and conflict. And you're going to be learning more about that this week. And then also image restoration, and you'll be able to see this screenshot. This is just a screenshot of how Brother Bean has it broken down. But it really is interesting to see as you'll learn how we and how different organizations use image restoration to handle conflict, to handle mistakes in our lives. So, and then you're going to be able to learn to identify that for one of your assignments. So just a couple of things to take note of. So you can drop 2 capture scores this semester. I've heard from a few of you that you've noticed that your score on your capture assignments is saying dropped. So I did some checking on this because the other courses I've taught we don't have this feature. So the computer is automatically going to drop an assignment, and then when you get another score the next week, it's going to add the score back in. So it is kind of confusing, but don't worry if it shows that it's dropped, because as long as you're continuing to turn captures in, it'll put those scores back. But just the main thing to remember is you can drop 2 capture scores this semester, but I would still encourage you to be getting them done, because you never know if towards the end of the semester if you're going to need one of those opportunities. And then again, my office hours are Wednesday nights from 8 to 9 p.m. on Zoom, and so please feel free to log into Zoom or to call me during that time. It's a great opportunity to be able to get your questions answered, and to kind of, if you need any clarification on the material, then I'm happy to go into more detail with you. And then just a reminder for coming soon to prepare for next week to start reading chapter 4 in interpersonal conflict. And I think that if you do have time to get started on this early, that'll just help you that much more for the beginning of week 6. So you guys are doing great work. I've loved to see your insights. It was interesting to be able to read through your assignments and see how much you're learning, and that really conflict does not have to be as the way that we generally portray it, and that we really can make it a positive outcome when we're dealing with conflict. So again, if you have any questions, let me know. Good luck this week.